Dallas is back after such a long time. Were you apprehensive at all about joining the series and being the new generation taking on the show?
Yeah, we get asked this question a lot. I think throughout the entire new cast, we were all pretty, cynical, and I think that kind of addresses the cynicism that's out there. Before the show aired, I mean, the sort of elephant in the room. I wasn't sure it was a good idea to bring back such a quintessentially 80s show. I didn't know how they were going to do it. I didn't know how they were going to make it current and relevant, to 2012. But they did it. It's really all in the writing. And every great project, film or television, starts with a great script, and we had that.
And it's good to know that we have Patrick and Linda and Larry. I mean, you can never replace those characters. You can never have anyone else play JR or Bobby or Sue Ellen. So I think that once we knew that they were coming back and the script was so fantastic, that I think that we were happy about it. And then we got the job, so that's even better.
It soothed our concerns, that the three of them gave it their stamp of approval.
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, with the show being away for such a long time, did you guys have a lot of time did you research the show first, or were you already fans of the show?
I wasn't a fan of the original. I was barely born when it came out. I wasn't even around when JR was shot. So I do remember my mom watching it, but I knew of the show. I didn't remember seeing it. So I did some research after I got the part, mainly because I just wanted to get a sense of the tone and also the sense of where these characters were 30 years ago. So I did, and we started watching a lot of the episodes, and we have a long way to go because there's so many.
We all had to go back and watch episodes. I mean, the show was on in my household, but again, just like Julie, I was born in '78, the year the show premiered, so I wasn't an avid Friday night watcher of Dallas, so I had to go back and watch as many episodes as I could. I barely put a dent in the 357, but
13 years of history.
Exactly.
It's quite a lot to get through.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your characters a bit. Now, Jesse, you play Bobby's adopted son.
That's right.
Does your character try to prove himself as a true Ewing character, part of the family?
Absolutely. I mean, that's really what's at the center of the character. That's really what's driving him. The source of his ambition is to sort of carve out his niche in the Ewing family hierarchy and really, prove himself both as a man and as a Ewing. And, because he was adopted, he sort of has a bit of a chip on his shoulder. He has probably some abandonment issues, and that manifests itself in a lot of different ways. He has kind of a short fuse, and he gets very passionate when it comes to his family. In a lot of ways, like his father, he's the glue that holds this dysfunctional family together.
Fantastic. So can we expect some classic Dallas twists and turns throughout the story?
Absolutely. I mean, more than ever.
Oh,
more
fantastic.
than the original. Yeah, I think that every episode has a cliffhanger. I think that every time you go into a commercial, there's a cliffhanger. So it's kind of everything that made Dallas what it was, but in 2012 and bigger and better. I think. I mean, I don't want to say better, but I think bigger.
I'll say better. We stayed consistent with the themes that made the original successful. Yeah. About ambition and greed and money and power and jealousy and betrayal. But we sort of amped it up. For 2012, we really cram a lot more story into every episode, and the show moves at a much faster pace. To be of the times. Because I think today's television viewers are a lot more discerning, and
and everything moves really quick.
Moves a lot more quickly.
Faster
definitely.
paced.
Well, it's very competitive nowadays, isn't it? So to see a show not only survive but thrive through 13 years originally, then have a gap, and then come back, and it's been so well received as well.
Right.
Which I think is fantastic, for such a great show. So
well, there's so many new channels and shows and reality shows, and there's so much to compete with, and also there's the DVRs and this, and so it's really hard to even get close to the same numbers that they used to make, but it was pretty successful, in the States. So,
guys, it's been absolutely fantastic to meet with you. I hope the show does really well. It looks fantastic. So thanks for bringing the show back.
Thank you so much.